The year is 2142. Humanity has spread far into the stars, but for most, life is no brighter than the void outside. On the mining colony known as Jackson's Star, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation controls everything: the oxygen, the wages, and even the futures of those who live here. Rain Carradine is one of the countless workers bound to the company by contract. She is young, but already exhausted by years of labor. Recently, she was dealt a crushing blow. Her contract has been extended against her will. She is, effectively, a prisoner, trapped until her body breaks or her mind does. Her only family is Andy, an older model synthetic android. He was once a company unit, but Rain's father rewrote his programming to act like a brother. Andy malfunctions often, sometimes forgetting who Rain is, sometimes repeating strange phrases, but his presence is her only comfort in this world of smoke and steel. But Rain is not alone in her dream of escape. Tyler, her ex-boyfriend, longs for freedom too. He is protective of his sister Kay, who is several months pregnant. Alongside them is Bjorn, Kay's cousin, strong-willed but reckless, and Navarro, Bjorn's adopted sister, who masks her fear with determination. Together, they whisper about leaving, about finding somewhere safe. When word spreads of an abandoned Weyland-Yutani research station drifting above the planet LV-410, their whispers become a plan. Inside the station, named Renaissance, there are cryo-sleep pods. With those, they could survive the years-long journey to a distant world known as Ivaga III. But taking them means risk. Renaissance was shut down years ago, its purpose hidden, its silence suspicious. Still, for Rain and her companions, the choice is clear: stay and die as slaves, or risk everything for freedom. Under cover of darkness, the group commandeers a small hauler, the Corbelan 4. As its engines ignite, Rain watches the colony grow smaller behind her. She feels no regret, only a fragile hope that maybe, this time, she can finally choose her own life. The journey through space is tense. Andy glitches often, his programming stuttering in strange ways. Kay grows weaker with the strain of her pregnancy. Tyler tries to reassure her, but his voice betrays the same fear he hides from Rain. When the Renaissance finally appears, it drifts like a corpse in orbit. The twin modules, Romulus and Remus, loom in silence, connected by a skeletal corridor. No lights, no signals, just the black ship of a station forgotten by time. The group docks carefully and enters. Inside, the air is stale, the halls littered with signs of evacuation. Lockers are left open, terminals cracked, walls scorched by gunfire. Whatever happened here was violent and desperate. They search cautiously, their footsteps echoing. Eventually, they find what they came for: a bay filled with cryostasis pods. Dust covers the glass, but the machines still function. For the first time, Rain feels hope solidify. But the moment is shattered. Tyler and Bjorn, attempting to activate the pods, accidentally trigger a lockdown. Sirens wail, doors slam shut, and hidden storage units hiss open. Dozens of preserved specimens awaken. At first, they look like nothing more than leathery shapes. Then, with a shriek, one leaps. A facehugger latches on to Navarro, pinning her to the ground. She thrashes, but the creature's grip is unbreakable. In seconds, it forces an embryo into her chest. The group is horrified. Rain pulls at the creature, screaming Navarro's name, but it is already too late. By the time the parasite releases her, Navarro lies gasping, the damage done. Desperate to regain control, Rain salvages a chip from a damaged android found on the station, a synthetic named Rook. She installs it into Andy, hoping to grant him deeper access to the system. The upgrade works, but not as she'd hoped. Andy's speech becomes colder, more precise. He begins referencing Weyland-Yutani objectives, speaking of mission parameters Rain doesn't understand. For the first time, Rain feels as if she is losing him. As they explore deeper, the station's true purpose becomes clear. Renaissance was no ordinary facility. Years ago, a probe recovered a cocoon from the Nostromo disaster. Weyland-Yutani transported it here and began experimenting. They bred new strains of facehuggers. They developed the Z01 fluid, a genetic mutagen designed to manipulate DNA. Their ultimate goal was control, to weaponize the perfect organism. But the experiment failed, and Xenomorph broke free, slaughtering most of the crew. The survivors attempted to contain it by decompressing entire sections of the station. Renaissance was abandoned, drifting in silence ever since. Now, the nightmare has been awakened again. Navarro grows weaker. She knows what is inside her. Her fear grows unbearable until finally her body convulses. With a piercing scream, her chest bursts open. A small, grotesque creature clawing its way free. Blood sprays across the walls as Navarro lies lifeless to the floor. The newborn xenomorph screeches before scurrying into the shadows. The group is shaken. Bjorn rages, smashing equipment in grief, while Kay sobs quietly. Rain, the horrified, steels herself. She cannot falter now. But their nightmare has only begun. A full-grown xenomorph stalks the corridors. When Bjorn encounters it, the fight is brief and merciless. He stabs at it desperately, but when its blood splashes across his body, the acid burns through flesh and bone. His screams echo as his body dissolves, leaving nothing but agony and silence. The survivors scatter, terror consuming them. Kay is taken, dragged away by the creature. Her screams vanish into the echoing corridors. Tyler insists on saving her, though Rain knows it may be impossible. His determination is unwavering, even as the odds grow worse. Together, they try to track Kay. In their search, Rain confronts Andy. She demands he choose. Is he her brother, or is he the company's machine? Andy hesitates, torn between programming and memory. In the end, Rain forces him back to her side, restoring fragments of the bomb they once shared. Time runs out. The Renaissance has fallen into the planet's orbit. The station shudders as its orbit decays, pieces tearing free as gravity pulls it closer to the massive rings below. Tyler, realizing the mission is doomed, makes his choice. He sacrifices himself, drawing the xenomorph into a deadly confrontation so Rain and Kay can escape. His final moments are brutal, his screams haunting as the creature claims him. Rain and Andy hatch one last plan: disable the station's gravity, giving them a chance to fight. In weightless silence, Rain fires carefully, killing the aliens without being drenched in acid. For a moment, it seems they might survive. But Kay has changed. In desperation, she injected herself with the Z01 fluid, believing it would save her and her unborn child. Instead, it mutated her pregnancy. Her body convulses violently as the abomination inside her grows. With a sickening crack, a hybrid xenomorph bursts free, killing her instantly. The new creature is stronger, faster, and horrifyingly human in its features. It haunts with precision, driving Rain into a final confrontation. Andy throws himself at the monster, buying Rain precious seconds as his synthetic body is torn apart. With her last strength, Rain lures the hybrid into a decompression chamber. She slams the controls, opening the outer doors. The creature shrieks as the vacuum tears it from the station, hurling it into the crushing rings of the planet. Its body shreds into pieces, vanishing into the void. The Renaissance disintegrates around her, flames consuming its remains as it plunges into the planet below. Rain staggers onto the Corbelan 4, her body bloodied, her spirit shattered. Andy, broken but functional, joins her. Before entering cryosleep, Rain records a final log. She recounts the nightmare, the friend she lost, the cruelty of the company, and the terror of the creatures they tried to control. She admits she does not know if she will ever find freedom, or if Weyland-Yutani's reach will follow her to Ivaga III. But for now, she has survived. And survival, in a universe haunted by the xenomorph, is the rarest gift of all.